I'm back. Not exactly that you missed me though, right? Just kidding. One, Megatron is getting reviewed. I promise. Okay. What was I doing? I was at PAX. What is PAX? It's a video game convention. If you've never heard of it before, you've heard of it now. I went to PAX West because it's closer to me. I'm not going to the East Coast. My friends had been going for a couple years while I was in high school and never got to go because it was during school time and my commute was much longer than theirs. So it wasn't very economical. This year, however, because I'm in college now, I had a little more freedom and was allowed to go. And it was pretty mid. First time there, I got to see a whole lot of stuff that I thought I would never see before. Now, mind you, I have been to Emerald City Comic Con, so I had somewhat of an expectation, and it just didn't really deliver. For one, the convention floors were split up, and that's like the start of all the bad things that happened, and not a lot of good things really happened out of that. So we have the old convention building where everyone knows that the conventions typically happen over in Seattle. And then there's the new building, the Summit building, which has got a couple more updated aesthetics. It's got a couple more floors. And if you want to know, they're like about that far apart. And the road getting there isn't exactly straight. Then again, what is straight in Seattle anymore? Now, that's already just one of the most bad things. Now you're thinking, power, how could that be a bad thing? It's just a couple different buildings and a walk. It's bad because you have to go between them a lot, as I figured out during that day, because we wanted to go around, see exactly what we liked, see what we didn't, where we wanted to be, where we didn't want to be. And that just meant a lot of zigzagging to and fro, back and forth. Whatever other analogy you want to make, it doesn't matter. It really stunk. It kind of ruined the immersion. That's what I'm trying to get at here. It's exhausting to do that, and it's not able to maintain the idea of I'm here at a convention. It's rather feeling like I'm at two different parties in Seattle and I have to walk between both of them. Not very good. Now, I will say that the couple of good things that I got to do over there, one, right as I got in after PAX fully opened, not even 2 seconds pass, I see a Freddy Fazbear cosplay and glam rock, and he's decked out. It looks amazing. He's got a handler and everything. People are taking pictures left and right. It was incredible. Then when I circle back around a couple times, find my friends, the rest of my friends who are going there, we see another one, and he's just the classic one from the first game, and it's also really good looking. It's the guys, or guy, if it's the same dude and he changed, just went all out on it. It was insane. It was awesome. That was the first thing. The second thing was when we went to the Summit building, so my first walk around, one of my friends, who knows that I like Tekken, said, "Hey, look, Tekken." We go to the Tekken booth. Of course, lines capped off, but I understand that. I see the Tekken 8 demos going around over there. It's pretty cool looking. And then we go around the other side, and then there's the photo op, and it's got people in actual full-on cosplay with all the characters like Ling Xiaoyu, Jin Kazama, Leroy Smith, Nino Williams. It looks awesome. After that, when we go back to the main building, the annex and the old building, my friend, one of my friends, he comes over and it's like, "Hey, I want you to try this game out with me because it's something I want to be trying out." It's Square Enix's Foam Stars game. I played it with him, and it's pretty fun. It's like if you took the idea of Splatoon, made it soap, and then prioritized killing people rather than capturing most of the land in the end of the match. That's what it's like. I did see TK Breezy and Altrive, which is like pretty cool. But I didn't talk to them. Just I was shy. I didn't want to talk to them. While there were good moments, most of the time that I spent at PAX was just kind of walking and wondering, what the heck am I doing here, or what the heck am I going to do? And it was pretty boring. I did go on a Friday, so that may have contributed to it because most people would go out on the Saturday or the Sunday. And I got sick, and that's not good, but we are going to ignore that for a little bit because I took a cosplay bingo challenge from this person right up here. She made a list for me, and these are the people that I managed to get pictures with in a wonderful montage. Alright, now, Nintendo Live. I signed up for it, got in. And in typical Nintendo fashion, the lines are long. Nintendo Live was taking up a huge chunk of the convention floor space that would have been used for just the main stuff that the summit ended up not having. So that when the convention floor was laid out, got summit, main building, upper floor of main building. That's where Nintendo Live was. They took up like 2 or 3 ballroom spaces. No, they not 2 or 3. They took up all the ballroom space just to create the queue line for people to get into Nintendo Live. And then the rest of the space, not even the rest of the space, they didn't even use all of it. They just had like the rest of the space there was just for all of their exhibits. And I will get to it, but the exhibits were pretty trash. My friend and I wanted to go do the Squat Strike Challenge Smash Bros. But the issue was, one, we didn't get there in time because the line was so long, and also we left a little later than we should have. And yeah, I missed out on that. So one of the things that I really wanted to do, no longer able to do. And everything else there looked like they were trying to play it as safely as possible. They didn't want to do anything crazy. They didn't want to show anything new. They didn't want to hint at anything new. It was just, they were playing it safe. That's the best way I can put it. They had, like, Kirby and the Forgotten Land stuff, which I don't know if you know, but that game hasn't exactly been in the front running for a long while now. Everyone's only talking about Tears of the Kingdom, which had its own demo place too, but I already had. I've already seen it. It's nothing new. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can take pictures with the 3 starters, but it's not mind-blowing. It's just a photo op. The Super Mario Wonder section, that thing was huge. It was like taking up a good chunk of space. And if, like, let's say my hand represents how many ways the line snakes around, like say that, they only used about a pinky's worth, if that was the scale. They didn't use much of the line because there wasn't a lot of demo consoles to try. So a good chunk of the line was just empty, and then whoever was there filled up the space, and whoever wanted to get in had to get stopped. The only thing that was there that really made things good was the big band. The Super Mario Big Band carried Nintendo Live because they had live music that was from Mario's beginnings at Super Mario Bros. To all the way to literally playing the level complete theme from the end of the Super Mario Bros. Movie. They played Gusty Garden live, which, of course, if you've ever heard Gusty Garden, and you've probably heard Gusty Garden, you would have loved it. I loved it. It was perfect. It was surreal hearing it. And then everything else there was like even more mid than PAX. It was just Not a lot there to do, not a lot there to see. They were just playing it safe. So yeah, it was pretty mad. Expect Megatron review sometime, and I will get working on Christmas, the Christmas special part too.